So anyone that knows me knows that I love to save money. My dad jokes around about me using coupons, but this week we struck gold with Royal Caribbean. We saved a ton of money across 3 different cruises, and it was 2 different phone calls, but we got it done.
Yes, it takes a little bit of work. That's what we want to talk about, but this is the way you can save the most money after you already booked your cruises.
So here are the details. So we have 5 upcoming cruises over the next year and a half with Royal Caribbean. One of our tips is to book at certain times and to book early, which we should make another video about that, like all of our money saving tips when booking cruises. We'll do that. Anyway, so we have 5 with them, and well, you can explain the algorithm better than me.
Yes, Royal has it, other cruise lines have it. It's dynamic pricing with this algorithm. So it's really based on the demand versus projections. So what does that mean for us cruisers? It means that the prices, although they tend to go higher as you get closer to the sailing, can have significant dips.
So it's really beneficial to be constantly, well, maybe not constantly, but regularly looking at your upcoming cruises, looking at the prices for your same cabin category, and to just see if the price has gone up or down. I have a little chart that I keep that has how much we paid for that cruise, and then we keep looking at it. So last week, in the middle of the night, sometimes he has trouble sleeping, I guess. I don't know.
No, if something pops into my head, I sleep fine. If something pops into my head, though, I'm like, let's go to do the research.
So I wake up and he says, we've got to call Royal. The prices went down. So of the 5 cruises, 2 of them, the price had actually gone up. So we got a good deal. So we were happy with that. But there were 3 of them where the price had gone down. So very significantly.
So let's just recap those 3 cruises and the savings that we had by rebooking or repricing. So the first one is a front end of a back-to-back, and it's a 10-day Mediterranean sail. We're very excited. We've never done just a complete Mediterranean cruise. And that one, when repriced, gave us $540 back in our pocket. Not cruise credit, we'll talk about that, but really back right into our pocket.
Yeah, right off the price of the fare. And we haven't made our final payment on that, so now we just make less of a payment by $540.
Okay. What about the back end of that back-to-back?
Yeah, so the back side of that is a 14-day transatlantic going from Europe back to Florida. So that one, 14 days, we'd already gotten a pretty good deal on it, but the price dropped by $455.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
We were very happy, especially you.
Especially
the
me.
saver. So, I do have to say, we really look for the best price to begin with. So this is just gravy. It's not like we just book because it's, a good week. We look for the sale to begin with. So getting less is really just a bonus, which leads us into cruise number 3 that dropped significantly. So we have a cruise, 7-day Caribbean cruise out of Florida. And even though it's just 7 days, we saved $478 during this past week because the prices, that algorithm was our friend, it dropped significantly. So all told, that was $1,473 saved because of 2 phone calls in the same day.
Yay!
Yeah.
I think there's something about if we haven't made our final payment yet, or like the final payment for our cruises are due typically 90 days before the cruise begins. That's generally when we really stay on top of everything. But what exactly is the policy for that? What is the 90-day thing?
If it's before your final payment, they will give you money back, whether it's your credit card. Think of it as cash back to you in terms of the price of the cruise. So that's terrific, but it doesn't end there. We've had experience if if the price drops after your final payment or after that 90 days, you won't necessarily get the money back because you've already paid them, but they'll give it to you in cruise credit or onboard cruise credit. So you still save money, you just don't get it back right away before you cruise.
That's another reason why we do not prepay for our gratuities. If you haven't cruised before, you may not realize that there are gratuities added to your bill for every day. It's usually less than $20, but we do not pay that ahead of time because if we have a bunch of onboard credit, we'll just let them use that onboard credit to pay the gratuities.
Right, absolutely. Now, you may be sailing on Carnival or Norwegian or other cruise lines. Again, you need to check your specific cruise line, but we can tell you that Carnival is very much the same as Royal. They will let you reprice. They seem to be a little stricter with using onboard cruise credit more than cash back. And the same thing, even to a larger degree, is Norwegian. We haven't used that program, but I have seen from our research that it has to be a significant savings of over $50. And if you do get to reprice, it's going to be usually mostly on onboard credit. That's nothing to sneeze about. That's all good stuff. But it is really good if you're cruising on a cruise line that will actually just drop the price even before you finish paying for it.
And there are people who, well, I call them professional cruisers, but they cruise even more than we do, which I think we cruise a lot. But they have travel agents, and the travel agent is constantly checking on the price of the cruises. So you as a cruiser don't even need to worry about that. That's what the travel agent is for.
Yes, maybe it's because I wake up in the middle of the night and I like checking this stuff, but if you don't feel like you want to be checking or you can stay up on it, that's what a good travel agent will do for you. So if you're that type of person who wants to call someone that you know as opposed to directly to the cruise line, definitely find that good travel agent who will keep on it for you.
Yeah, sometimes when you call, you don't get right through. So, you could be on hold for a little bit listening to the canned music and, just maybe let the travel agent do that.
Yeah, especially if you're rebooking for Royal Caribbean. How many times can you hear about Coco Cay in 15 minutes?
I don't know, the song does get in my head.
Yes.
So it seems like it's not really a catch, but just information you need to know is that because the algorithm is based on availability, right? Of how many rooms are still empty on that cruise. And then there's something about it has to be your same cabin type. So is that balcony versus junior suite?
It's actually even more specific. So on most cruise lines, you'll have, let's say, a balcony, but there'll be a balcony that has a little bit more room, a balcony that has 3 beds or 4 berths, as they call it. They all are a different category within that balcony class. So when you see a balcony drop, you just have to realize that it has to be a 1-for-1. If it's a certain size and a certain amount of berths in that room, it has to match for you to get that price drop.
But I remember specifically one time the price had dropped, and it had even dropped on, like, we upgraded our room for free, basically. I think it was like a $20 difference or something.
That's always a possibility. It's a good thing to mention. Maybe your room didn't drop in the algorithm, but a junior suite has dropped significantly. So now it's only $100 more for an upgrade to for a 7-day cruise. I don't know about you, we would jump on that.
Yes, for multiple reasons. A, it's a bigger room. B, it's a bigger bathroom. C, it's double the points for your loyalty points, which we should make a video about loyalty points.
Yes.
Okay.
We got a lot of videos to make.
We got a loyalty programs, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. Like
Right.
to upgrade the room for very low cost.
So to recap, reprice, reprice, reprice. It really pays to keep tabs of your cruises even after you've booked it.
And even excursions. We saved money on excursions. So what happens with, at least with Royal Caribbean, this is the ones that we did most recently, we have excursions. So we had purchased, I think, 4 excursions, and the price went down on those as well. No need to call. What we did was we just canceled the excursions online and rebooked them for the lower price. So that's another way too to save money. I think I don't remember the total of what we saved on that, but it was in the double digits, which, hey.
So she was a very happy camper that day.
Yes. Yeah. We hope this information was helpful and something you can use to save money on your own cruises. And that's our biggest tip for today. So subscribe for more cruise tips, trips, and ships.
And if you've saved some money, put it down in the comments because we love to hear about saving money.